but it's cool crazy.
Right.
You know, like where you get confused.
This whole society promotes confusion.
Promotes it like they just had the what you call it?
Last weekend.
The Pride, dude. That shit was sick. It was crazy.
You know it.
It was crazy, man.
But you know, one of the hallmarks of being a man and what turns women on about men is decisiveness.
Yes.
And all this, what these brothers talking about, the psychological warfare and the programming that they put out, is to get you to be indecisive.
Yes.
And to guess.
To basically for us to doubt ourselves. Every little step we take, we doubt ourselves. And
especially as black men.
Just especially when we're doing the right thing. A lot of times we're doing the right thing, but we always question what we're doing because
you are Hebrew Israelite.
Right, Israelite, especially us as Israelites.
Okay, you know that?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Especially, hey, I watch this nonstop. It's just a few questions I have, but I watch this nonstop. I watch your boy Adam Abbott. That's what you're talking about. Adam Abbott. Yeah, that's what.
He's going out.
Dude, that's my boy there. Then also I do a lot of what's on dude with the beard that moved from Dallas.
Do you know what the mark of the beast is?
The mark of the beast. I'm not really sure what that is just now.
So let us tell you with confidence. All right. And as we were talking about the attributes of a man. Okay. Well, what does the word confidence mean? With inflated in his own mind, we'll get the mark of the beast. So what do you think the mark of the beast is? Because
I mean, honestly, I feel like it can change at any time.
Okay, so you don't think it's one definitive thing?
I mean, I hadn't seen it. No, I mean, you would have to point it out to me. Is it a picture of it?
So you don't think it's one definitive thing?
You know, it could be. I would think Social Security numbers are mark of the beast.
So
okay, you know, I don't know.
So our point exactly, right? You don't know, and you know it's a maybe. Well, here at Great Millstone, the doctrine of Yahawashi is definitive. It's direct. Okay. Matter of fact, it talks about that in Hebrews, the 4th chapter. All right, the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, dividing unto the joint and the marrow. Okay, basically discerning the spirits. So we can get that in Revelation. All right, and if you gotta go, you can go.
No, I have to go, man. I have a question though, and it's not about the mark.
Well, that's cool.
It's about Gad.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's slow up because what's more important, knowing who Gad is or knowing what the mark of the beast is, so you know not to take it. Because you know what the condemnation of taking the mark of the beast is?
No.
It's in Revelation 14 and 9. But we can get the where it's first mentioned in Revelation 13 and 16. Whenever y'all boys are ready.
I got it.
Okay.
This is Revelation chapter 13. Verse 16, actually, I'm gonna start at 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Oh.
That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast.
Do you know what the image of the beast is?
That's the image of the beast.
Wrong, that's not the image of the beast. The image of the beast is the New World Order.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the image of the world order?
What do you mean?
Like it says the image of the beast.
When you have a what's the name of that? What's the name of that thing that they teach you to do? You know, when you got your goals up on like a poster. What's that? Vision board.
Vision board.
When you have a vision board,
that's
okay.
it.
Listen, when you have a vision board, that is your basically your goals, right? Like what is written on the back of the dollar bill? Our enterprise is successful or something like that. Yeah. Is that the annual collectors or is another one? There's a company. Matter of fact, I got a damn dollar in my pocket. That's it, right? Annual collectors. All right. So look at this dollar. On the back of this dollar, it'll say right here above the pyramid. Okay. Annual collectors.
Gotcha.
Now what that means is written in Latin. Okay, where our enterprise is a success. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, and that dollar was created what? During the time of 1776 when America was being established. Now, what all this is going back to is what is the self-proclaimed white man's vision? What is his goal towards creating America as a nation? Going all the way back to when it was, originally created and officially recognized as a nation. Okay, it was to create the new world order. Okay. It's as simple as that. Now, with that understanding, let's reread that verse so it makes a little bit more sense.
It's a lot.
It's all good. It's all good.
You said let's read that verse again. I was like, okay.
All right, I knew it already. Okay, go ahead, bro.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Right. So, matter of fact, let's start up where, like, who is the he? You know what I mean? Let's.
Okay. This is Revelation chapter 13 and 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth.
Right. Now, this is John the Revelator speaking. Okay. Go ahead, Ak.
It says, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
Right. So that's
You heard him read that it had two horns like a lamb.
Yes.
Well, horn is representative of power. So America's power is that it has the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. And that's actually the power that keeps this place floating. So every 4 years, people run into the polls to go vote for a president that ain't gonna do shit for them. But still, they still go year after year to vote for this guy because the system has implanted that in them. You gotta vote, man. Cause if you don't, man, then you gonna anything that's come down on you, you gonna deserve every bit of it because you didn't use your voice. You didn't cast your vote.
Yeah.
So that's that power. That's that beast that came up out of the earth. But then it mentioned the first beast. Because this beast that came up out of the earth would be patterned after that first beast. And
Right.
You got it, brother.
Right. Right.
Yep. You may.
Yeah.
You can explain that first beast.
Right. This is back in Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had two horns like a lamb.
Right. Like we just established, going into America. Okay. Go ahead.
And he spake as a dragon.
And he spake as a dragon. So how does America speak? It speaks through its laws, through its legislation.
Right.
Whatever the white man decree, it goes forth as a voice. So, that's why I say as a dragon, there's something known as draconian laws, which is like for us, man. You know, okay, even though it's wrong, and I don't condone it in no shape, form, or fashion, but they'll catch us out there with a gram of crack, and you get 5 to 10.
Yeah.
But we ain't the one bringing it over here.
So what's the? I'm sorry, I got lost for a second. I'm trying. What's the mark of the beast?
We're gonna get to that.
Into it.
We're gonna get to that right now.
We're building up.
Yeah.
We're building up.
Because really, you have exactly. Okay, like the scriptures say, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little.
Right, bro.
The understanding of the Most High is given to men who read the context or with the text. Okay, of what's going on, and you have to have a spiritual understanding to break it down. So we can tell you, the mark of the beast is the chip, but we got to prove it. You know what I mean? Okay. So that's why we're going into the whole, not the whole chapter, but we're going into the backdrop of it.
Gotcha.
To preset your mind, to remind you, okay, damn, that is what America does. This is what the dragon is. This is the new beast. You know what I mean? So on and so forth. So,
Okay, can I read this real quick? Because the elder had mentioned draconian laws, and just to give a definition of it, it says draconian is an adjective meaning great severity that derives from Draco, an Athenian law scribed under whom small offenses had heavy punishments. So
You got all people doing hard time just behind child support.
Oh yeah.
You know?
I mean, we
Heard the water.
yeah, so
Now we have to count.
So ambulance, fire truck, nigga playing jazz music in the launcher. Now, so can you read that?
Come, Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had two horns like a lamb. And he spake as a dragon.
Right, the deceiver. Okay, because what does the scripture say about the Satan, the devil and Satan? He was that old serpent, the devil. You know, was cast into hell. Rough paraphrasing. Okay, so that dragon is going back to that spirit of the serpent, going all the way back to the garden.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's that seed of Cain that was cursed. okay, as is still throughout the earth, okay, and also the seed of the woman is still all throughout the earth. Now you have the sons of the wicked, who are the Edomites, okay, the self-proclaimed white people, Esau, and then you have the sons of God, or the sons of the Most High, which are the Israelites, Yasharala, okay, and those are that's the seed of that woman, the sons of the Most High. Now, go ahead.
Verse 12, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him.
Right, now that first beast, okay, is going into Rome. He exercised all the power of the first beast before him. Why? Because when you go into the difference between Rome and all of the other previous empires, is that Rome, and it talks about this in Daniel the 7th chapter, Rome did not have a particular king. Instead, it had Caesars who were pretty much elected by a council or by a senate to rule for a certain period of time.
Was the last Caesar was like the last one that was born, I guess, was Julius Caesar. After they shanked him,
Julius Caesar was one of the first ones.
Yeah, he was the first one, and after that they started electing the Caesars. Is that correct?
Well, even Julius Caesar, you know, he was basically a commander. He rose to power throughout.
I'm sorry, my bad.
You know, throughout
I'm lost.
No, it's all good. The point is, through his military campaign, you know, he became of power. It wasn't because he was of a certain bloodline, right? Which is contrary to a monarchy, which is where you have kings and his son and his son and his son and his son rules. No, with this, just like how you had back then in Rome, where there was an election of certain men who were not necessarily related to each other, but elected by a group of people. You have the same sort of democracy, today here in America. So, beautiful. Did you read that again?
Yeah, verse 12. The scriptures do bear witness of 12 major Caesars, but Julius was the first. He was the first, and then it was a long succession of 12, and after that 12, you had a couple of others. But then we started to rule. They went down, then you had Israelites that started to rule over Rome.
Because you have the pagan Roman Empire, which came first, and then the so-called Holy Roman Empire.
I don't see a lot of pictures of just gladiators, right? Or what a lot of the gladiators, Israelites, or were they just anybody?
Let's stay on one topic first.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. You can look into the secular history. It's very vast, but we're going to go into what the scriptures talk about.
Right. It says, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast.
Right. So worshiping the first beast, worshiping the ways of Rome.
Right.
Okay. That's why you see a lot of these buildings look like ancient Roman buildings.
Absolutely.
Okay. Because just like how Rome was ruled by Esau, America is ruled by Esau, and we know that Esau likes to dwell in rocks. That's why we're standing on them right now.
And if I can add, his military as well.
And his especially his military, the water. Yep.
It says, to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed.
Right. So that first beast, which is Rome, whose deadly wound is healed, is really America coming back.
Right.
Okay? Because we know that Rome was basically put out of existence. People talk, they don't know how Rome fell and all that. Really, this is Rome right now. 2.0.
Absolutely.
Babylon the Great, all that reincarnated. So you got it, brother.
Verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Right.
So you got these different thermonuclear missile capabilities that the self-proclaimed white man has developed within the last 50s, 60, 70 years.
Yes.
Okay, those are great miracles that were not able to be done prior to when he came out with it.
Just so my mind can get right.
Right.
What subject are we on right now?
We're reading the scripture around.
Yeah, well, we was talking about the chips. So
all of this is a build-up
to
the chip.
We're literally reading
cool.
if we've only read 3 verses.
Okay, cool.
We're 3 verses away to the point.
Right. Okay, my bad.
But in order to get, like I said, the scripture is more than just sets of words.
Absolutely.
You have to understand, that's what's taking us time. We're not just reading right through it. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what the mark of the beast says. So what we're doing is basically putting your mind in a vibration to understand, because you can read it. You can read it and interpret it however you think, but the scripture said there's no private interpretation.
I understand.
See what I mean? So this is important as well because
Yes.
it's going into your history. It's going into history.
I come to give a bit of understanding respectfully. Just make
That's
sure,
right. And
just make sure. But how do you when you have people that, and it's obvious I don't have on my fringes, don't got my beard, blase, blase, blase. I'm still learning.
But eat pork chops.
No, I don't eat. I don't eat pork.
I was joking.
Yeah, I don't eat pork. I don't eat shellfish. I don't eat.
I was joking with you.
Okay, I'm just letting you know.
Hey, I wanted to bring you down a little bit.
Hey,
I saw you getting a little, excited. Just wanted to relax.
I've been in the restaurant business for a long time, so I understand I have other choices. So I can kind of, I'm not raised just eating pork and this and that. I got other choices, but what I'm losing myself again.
It's all good. So we're talking right now
Yes.
the image of the beast.
Yeah.
And who had the power to give that energy to the New World Order into what that mark of the beast is.
Gotcha.
Okay? So this is verse 14. This is Revelation 13 and 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Right. So, for example, if you were to ask a man, what is the greatest nation on earth? Just period, just a blanket statement. What is he gonna say?
Yeah.
America. You can go to China. I'm talking about, now even though we know America's getting weakened, America still ain't shit here. You see, as you can see, right?
Yeah.
So the point of the matter is, the self-proclaimed white man has deceived, and if we can read that in Revelation, we're not going to have to get it, but Revelation 17 it talks about how the wine of our fornication was basically poured out to all the nations, all the kings of the earth have mingled themselves with the wine of the fornication of the great whore that sitteth upon the beast.
This is America,
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So the philosophies of America has basically permeated all of the minds of the people, right?
Polluted would be a good word.
Permeated is a good one too.
Yeah, permeated. Yeah, my bad. But yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no! I was looking for it, but it's all good. No. We'll grab it in a second.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we ain't gonna get into going into it. It's a spirit of habit.
Okay, so this is back in Revelation 13 and 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do, in the sight of the beast.
Right. So, well, you have the lunar landing. You have the twin 9/11.
Oh wow.
Okay. You have what?
No. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah. You had like I said, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Okay, all of these great feats that Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the nuclear bombs that were put on Japan.
Yeah.
So those are atomic bombs. Those actions in the sight of the world made America look like the most powerful, badass nation on the planet. Right. And to this day, it still has that reputation. Even though it is dwindling, it still has that reputation as the greatest nation. Okay, that's what this verse is talking about. Go ahead.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Right. So, can we read that first half of the verse?
Gone. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth.
Right. So the self-proclaimed white man has deceived those people who have dwelled on the earth by using America. Go ahead.
By the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast.
Right. Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast. So this image right here, okay, this image really goes back to Serapis Christus, which goes back to damn near what? Over 2,000 years ago? When it's to the Grecians, to the Ptolemaic Empire. So this is not what it's talking about. This New World Order, okay, was not devised until America came on the scene.
My bad. Sorry.
You good? It wasn't
No, I was gonna say it was back to Antiochus, right?
It came out of Ptolemy.
Ptolemy Soda. Okay.
Yeah.
It was the fifth one.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, the fourth one.
The first Ptolemy basically had taken over Egypt, because I don't remember Apostle Gabar did a lesson on this. Okay, and then you had his son who was set up as Ptolemy II.
Right. Okay.
And I believe Ptolemy Soter or Ptolemy the First That's told me so, and it told me the
Yeah,
second
it's in the
image.
Bible dictionary.
Yeah, that was the image. That was
in that zombie.
the original image of Serapis, which is where you get. That's where you get, which is a mixture of Apis the bull and what's the other guy name? Apis the bull and
Osiris.
and
Osiris.
So
Right.
all of this stuff, these gods, they ain't nothing new, man.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
They just got a different face, different name, but it has the same energy on it. Beautiful. Okay.
It says, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Right.
And mind you, image comes from the Greek word icon, which means likeness. So it's saying, let's make a likeness of ancient Rome.
Or icon.
Got it.
Exactly.
And verse 15, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
So America has power to give life unto that thought of make America great again. Okay, the New World Order, which is going to lead into what we're about to bring out. Your question, the mark of the beast.
Thank you.
Okay.
I got real quick. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is it?
Right. And so the earth given into the hand of the wicked is going into the earth being given to the hands of the so-called white man. You know?
That's why he had the power to bring life to the image.
Right. And it, like it says, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. It's going into the iconoclasm, which is referring to this image. Okay. But this is just a tool that was used to accomplish the New World Order. Because really, this is just something that's put in the background for you to make sure in your little mind to think, okay, the white man is God.
Every time, you know, a hard problem with me, every time I used to read the Bible, I would always, we're visual people, we always sort of paint the picture, and I would always have these pictures of white people in my mind when I was reading the Bible. And it
At
took
least
me,
you were honest to say that,
No, it
because
took-
a lot of our people don't even that big.
it took me forever, man. I still somewhat like read the Bible sometimes and have images of white people with beards, freaking, you know.
Well, that's mission accomplished by the
Exactly.
so-called white man. Because
Exactly.
guess what? During the Renaissance, that's when this scripture really was being enacted.
Yeah.
Okay, that was when the self-proclaimed white man for a short season was loose out of the bottomless pit, which
Yeah.
is Europe, to basically deceive the nations. You see, all of what's happened within the last 2,000 years is written pretty much in detail in the book of Revelation. You just have to have a spiritual mind to break it down. You got it up.
Verse 15, Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast.
Okay, pause right there. Okay, read that again. The image of the beast should both speak, right?
It says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast.
So how can this image speak? If that's the image of the beast, how can it speak? Right?
Yeah.
That's not what a white man wants to accomplish.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what he's saying is, America is going to cause whoever does not worship, okay, or whoever does not bow down or be subservient unto the idea of
Bingo.
the New World Order.
Bingo.
What's going to happen?
That's right. It says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Should be killed. So it's going to become a point.
Yeah.
This is in the Bible.
Yeah.
Prophecy that whoever does not worship the idea of the New World Order, right, will be killed.
If I can add something real quick. Basically, that the so-called white man is God.
Yep.
Okay? Because really that's ultimately what the New World Order is. You have to treat the so-called white man as God. That is what the purpose of the New World Order is. No longer will there be all of these quote-unquote false gods. I am your God.
Yeah.
Okay? So I just wanted to add that as well.
But it's not limited to worshiping this image.
Right. Real quick, the worst thing they've done to Israelites here is make us more afraid of death. Make us more afraid of death than the truth. Just thought I'd throw that one in. Whereas that because we afraid of death, we'd do anything we can to stay alive. Instead of like what all the apostles did, they pretty much all died with the exception of John. They all died because they spoke the truth. But that's just my.
That scripture in I don't know. Revelation 12.
That's why I can respect a lot of
either 17 or 18.
That's why I can respect a lot of the Muslims. They won't hesitate to put a form on their back. You know,
they're bugged out though.
Yeah, they are.
You know what I mean? So, but anyway,
what's your name?
My name's Terrence.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Pleasure's mine. Thank you, and thank y'all, gentlemen, for doing this.
Man, but we ain't got to the point yet, though.
Hey,
we about to get to the. Oh, so like we about to get to the crescendo.
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah, you got it.
I was gonna say we're finna prove that it's not no Social Security number. Right.
Okay, I believe that. I don't know. I just said
that's all good.
That was my best guess.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
What you got?
that's why I lack understanding. If that's my best guess, you know.
It was 12. It was 12, and I think 17.
Oh, okay.
I believe. Oh, 18. Right. It's 12 to end. Oh. All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
See, what pisses me off right now, this white man could just go in this restaurant and use the restroom. And I can't, and I need to use the restroom right now, and I feel like if I go in that restroom, I have to buy a beer or pull myself. You know, it's
well, look, that's part of the image of the beast in the world order. He wants you to think that you're beneath him. Okay? When in reality, we're above.
Why do Dad love Jesus so much?
Because man, our people are in.
Dad loves Jesus. They love these white images.
Well,
it's crazy.
All of the tribes love Jesus.
I feel like Judah's waking up a little bit, but I mean they do have it where we don't, and that's my thing with Gad. Gad got the spirit on them, dude. Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
Get that pulled off.
This is Revelation chapter 12 and 11. It says. I'm gonna start at 10. Let me start at 9. It says, and the great dragon was cast out. That's the spirit. We mentioned that earlier. That great dragon that was cast out. You know what that great dragon is?
Yeah, it would be America.
Esau in
America, white man. Okay. But America, white man, they all synonymous with each other.
You got more Edomites in Russia and different countries.
Yeah, but they all running things. But I get it. Yeah.
But America too, of course.
But he almost dark as me.
Says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
Which proves to you that the white man is the devil. So when we call him the devil, we say this is the devil. That's the deceiver, Satan, the adversary, who deceived the whole world. Okay. Esau, the self-proclaimed white man, is a physical embodiment of the spiritual demon Satan.
Yeah.
Okay? Simple as that.
No doubt.
It says, he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our Lord Yahawashi and the power of Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down.
Right. So in that day when, pursuant to Isaiah 14, the self-proclaimed white man is put down in his place, okay, the nation of Israel is going to be risen up, okay? And of course, that's talking about the kingdom of heaven.
It says, which accused them before our power day and night.
Right. So the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which in the Greek, that word is kategoreo.
Right.
Okay. Which pretty much means to basically put. Esau likes to put people in certain categories. You had this man named Johann Blumenbach, okay, which classified all the 18 nations as 3 different types of people. Right. Basically, there's the white man, the Asian, the black man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why he calls us African Americans.
Yeah.
Because to him, we're just black.
Yeah.
He knows we're Israelites,
Yes.
but he wants us to think we're just black.
Yeah.
That's part of those philosophies that all these miracles and all this stuff.
They want us to feel like we're ham.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the point.
And exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 11, and this is the point. It says, and they overcame him by the blood of...
To be able to overthrow this man's government Okay, but Yahawashi is, our Savior is, and that's really how we do it. How, like it's written in Daniel, the saints shall take the kingdom. All right, we're not going to grab up all the elites like how we are now. We need Yahawashi to return, okay, and give us those spiritual power in order to do those things and destroy the economy of this self-proclaimed white man. Okay, is that more?
It says, and they loved not their lives unto death.
Woo! So they basically didn't deem their lives worthy of polluting themselves and selling out, okay, for a temporal time or for a certain amount of time, man. Okay, those men that stood stiffly, like it says in 2nd Ezra, I don't know if it's the 3rd or 4th chapter, okay, for the crown, those men are going to be glorified in that day. You know? I think that's it, right?
Done.
Okay, we can go back to Mark the Beast because I know we're going
Verse 16, this is Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond.
Right, every man who wants to partake in being a citizen in the self-proclaimed white man's new world order, not just in America, but all throughout, on the other side of but all throughout the world is going to be required to take the chip. Okay, they are going to be required to take the RFID microchip.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right. So do you know what that word mark is, sir?
Mark, I can only guess that it's like it's some way of identifying something, a mark. I don't.
Well, let's tell you, we're gonna get if brother has the definition of the Greek word charagma in the blue letter, you can pull it up for him. Okay, what it means is an incision. Okay, when you look it up, okay, just Google, like, go to Revelation 13:6.
Yeah.
In the Greek, that word mark, because you got to remember these words are translated from Greek, and so there's key words that are very, very important to understand. If you don't know what the mark of the beast is, you might want to look it up and see what it says in the Greek. Okay, so we can go ahead and I know slide.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get that. Okay, the word here is charagma. Okay, it says a stamp. You want to read?
Yeah. All right. Here, you see that right here? Charagma. That's what it means. Okay. It says a stamp, an imprinted mark, a mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses. Okay. It says a thing carved, sculpture, or graven work. Right. Now, when you go back to the root word, okay, the root word is karax, okay, and karax means a pale or stake, a palisade. So if you go back to like medieval fences, you know how you had stakes. I'm sorry, well they're called stakes, but the fences and they have the points at the top. Yeah, that's called basically a stake. You put if you wanted to, put it in the ground, you would, make it sharp and then beat it into the ground. Yeah. That's what a stake is.
Gotcha.
And so if you look at, is there a picture of a needle or somewhere?
I think it's.
If you look at this image right here, right, that is basically a palisade or a stake. Okay, that's used to impale. Right, that's used to impale the skin and insert the chip.
Got you.
Insert that mark. Right. Okay, that is an incision. See? See, I think that's it on that. Okay, you got the pen. So is that it on that chapter? We want to go to 14 and 9?
Done.
Okay. Is your phone, bro?
Yeah, done.
What?
This is Revelation.
Does this make sense?
Yeah, it all does. I mean, like I said, I got a little bit of understanding. Right. I know where we're going.
Just a little bit.
I mean, there's a lot more to be learned, dude. Like,
I know. But from where you were to now.
Where I was to now, what does that mean from where I was when?
Before
you came up here.
Oh yeah. A lot of it. Like I said, this is like nonstop. This is nonstop. All day, every day. I watch Israelite videos.
I'm just saying though. You were talking about Social Security. Security.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He asked me a question.
No, I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just clarifying it for you.
No, right. I mean, I'm just saying.
Question.
I just want you to give us some credit, bro.
No,
You said a little bit.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
yes. Okay, my bad. My bad.
Come on, Terrence. Show me some love. All right, bro.
Thank you.
Hey,
Again, thank you.
No,
Thank
it's all good. Hey, look, we don't deserve the credit. It's really Yahawashi.
You know what? Thank y'all for letting him work for y'all, man.
Because that's what we out here to do.
You know,
that's all.
but I was really, this question with Gad has me puzzled, man. I mean, it's really messing with me. Gad is.
We're gonna let you ask your question as soon as we finish. As soon as we read this scripture,
yeah, we got one more.
What's gonna happen to those that take the chip? Cool. Because this is vital. Not only is it important to understand what the chip is, but also how it's important in the scriptures is what happens to you if you receive it.
Yeah. And if you, real quick, if you don't get it, you can't buy or sell or something like that.
Right.
No, we stopped at 16, but I thought you wanted.
My bad, man.
It's all good. I mean, hey, man.
You're right.
This RFID microchip, chip, is known as. It's going to contain your information.
Have you seen
financially, medical information, and just all around identification.
You seen that IBM commercial where the guy walks into the grocery store and it makes it look like he's stealing, right? He's putting stuff in his jacket and walking out, and then it says, "Thank you, Mr. So-and-so. This is your bill of sale." It's going to be one of those things where we don't have
this chip.
Yeah, where we don't even have to like you can see it happening now with like all of these.
It's convenience.
Yeah, with all of these. What do you call those? Those
chip readers and things like that.
When you go to Walmart,
self-checkout,
those kinds of things. Yeah, like it's building
preparing
up.
people
It's
for it.
they priming people for it. You know,
Gradualism.
So it also and with the way they're making it work right now. Pretty much anybody that loves a dog got these chips in their dog. They got the chips in their dog. So right now they're learning how to use it. We're learning how to be accustomed to it.
Exactly. Certain of the military are getting it.
Exactly. Yeah, you know.
Some
they're making it normal right now. Hey, right now, hey, your kids right now. You know, your kids are little. They get in trouble, so nobody won't kidnap them. Put this chip in your kid. They're gonna sell it to you all. Yeah.
So all these things that are being mentioned are examples of people embracing the new world order.
Absolutely.
People worshiping the image of the beast. It's one and the same.
Okay. Verse 17. It says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name."
Right. So if the mark of the beast is a damn social security number, you can have a group come in, fly in from China, all right, with some cash and come in and buy a whole car, or maybe not a car, but you know, some groceries or whatever the case is. So, but he may not have an American social security number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that can't be what it's talking about.
This
is talking about the new world order being implemented, which is going to which is going to include a cashless society.
Gotcha.
The only way that you'll be able to buy something or sell something will be by way of the RFID microchip.
Gotcha.
Okay? You see examples of a cashless society pretty much already in India and in China.
Oh, really?
Yes.
In India?
Yes.
Oh,
China,
wow.
people don't even have wallets.
Oh, wow.
They just use what's called Alipay. Alipay is basically a form of payment on your phone. People don't even carry their ID or the cards anymore. They just carry their phone around.
Alipay.
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't heard that one.
Right. It's damn near as big as Visa.
China, Alipay.
Right. So, you know, but go ahead.
Yeah. It says,
what I do?
verse 18. It says, "Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666."
Right, man. So that number of the beast is going into the mother of harlots, Babylon the Great, and what's that third one? There's three of them. It's in the Hebrew book. The Elder Ariah broke down the numerology of it. You know, but the point of the matter is, and then you also got the barcode. You know, now that you know, if you look at every barcode starts with a 6, has a 6 in the middle, and ends with 1. You know, yeah. Now that's
bars.
Yeah.
See the double bars.
Yeah.
And in the middle and at the end, that stands for 6.
Yeah. But specifically the name of the beast is referring to, I'm sorry, the name of what's the number of his name?
God.
That's going into the mother of harlots, Babylon the Great, and something else. something else.
It's in Revelation 17.
Okay, yeah. In all caps.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The third one, I can't remember the third one right now.
When you look that up in the Greek for that number 603, it's Chinese stigma. And stigma goes back to stigmata, which also goes into what he was saying about the Quran, which means to prick. So, like stigma also goes into the word stigma. Like someone has a stigma, like a woman can be branded as a whore. That means that it sticks.
Right.
She can't shake that moniker. Right. That goes back to stigmata.
Right.
Just the prick.
And once they put it in you, you ain't gonna be able to take it out.
No.
Because it's gonna adapt to your body's chemical, biological, Well, it's gonna be a part of your DNA.
Well, this the outside of the chip right here is, I believe, made of silicon. Where it says a hermetically sealed glass capsule contains the RFID circuitry. The plastic is designed to bond with human tissue and prevent the capsule from moving around once it has been implanted. So you can try to take it out, you can cut your damn hand off, but you're still gonna be put to death because you took it. You see, voluntarily. Because the chip is not gonna be. Nobody gonna sneak a chip on you. That's not what you gotta. You're gonna voluntarily take it.
Oh yeah,
that's what's going to.
That's the litmus test.
Right.
It's like saying, do you believe OJ did it or not? If you don't believe he did it, that means you're against us. If you believe he did it, you with white supremacy. I get.
So it's gonna be voluntary. All right.
This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast,
which is what? NATO and the EU. Okay, that's what the beast is on this side. And Revelation 17 chapter talks
System
about
of white supremacy. Worship the system of white supremacy.
Essentially, but NATO and the EU is specifically the beast.
it says, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the image of if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand.
Right, so if you worship the New World Order, if you worship the idea of it and you with it, and if you take the mark of the beast, obviously you're with the New World Order. Simple as that. Okay, go ahead on.
Says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahawashi, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation.
Right. So any man who takes the mark of the beast is going to drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. So that wrath, that full pure wrath of the Most High, that's the maximum amount of hell he can put on you. All right, it's going to come upon people who take that. So what do those things entail? Pestilence, the sword, famine. You also got, of course, the thermonuclear missiles, which is going to eviscerate the rest of the chip takers, man. The worshipers of what? The image of the beast. You see? So you may have Muslims that take the chip, or Jake that claim that they're Muslims, right? They're gonna be put to death.
Absolutely, they should be.
Right. So that's what the mark of the beast is. And if you don't believe that and you don't understand that, then your salvation is at stake. Any man at that, with that, who does not fully understand, that's an extremely important prophecy. So